Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and are making some really good trades. And wow, another down day in the market today. And again, we hit the buy area now on the SPY. We're deep in it, but the chart is looking quite weak indeed, looking very weak across the board. Tech is getting hammered here. My setup has been invalidated. So at this point, what you might want to be looking for is maybe some safety. Again, there's still some hope for this wave four. Obviously, it's not all lost. Could this fifth wave have really finished here and this is it, and the market's topping and we gotta get out? Yeah, I mean maybe, but again, maybe not, because this is just a potential. It's a down day, right? It's not a down day. It's a down week, but you're hitting this pivot here. We'll see if we get a bounce next week. And really, what's happening is the market is starting to freak out about what Trump is saying, starting to price in a Trump presidency, even though he hasn't even won yet. But it's obviously looking quite favorable that Trump is going to win at this point in time. It's looking very unlikely like Joe Biden is gonna win, especially the way he's been behaving the last few elections. Right, all these tariff, talks that Trump keeps putting out is definitely putting pressure on the market, but even putting pressure on the small caps. The small caps are also in a buy area here, and is still holding, looking to see if we can come out of it. If it gets invalidated, I will most likely stop out and take my profits. The VIX today had a huge update. So here's the thing with the VIX, guys. The VIX, if it starts to break out of this wedge here, you really have you gotta be cautious. You gotta be risk off and possibly be careful, because this can get out of hand in a hurry. If the market wants to unravel here, right now, it wants to do it. If it wants to go down and rip down, and the bears are screaming, they nailed it. Because it's so funny, because I was following this. I'm not gonna name him. I think some of my members know who he is. He's just a YouTuber that's permanently bearish. Keeps saying the market is going sideways, even though the market has gone up 21% from the lows here. But really, he hasn't made any videos when the market has gone up for like the last 2 weeks. And now that it's dropped, he's making videos and he's like, called it. But really, he's been saying this is the top, and this is the top, and this is the top. So like this, here's the thing with these perma bear YouTubers, right? On any pullback, any substantial pullback, they are there to scream that they were correct, but it's radio silence when the market goes up, right? So that's why you gotta be careful who you follow. And me myself, I'm looking for a top in this market. I just don't think we've seen that yet. Now we're seeing a significant, weakening in the market here. We're starting to see weakness come back. The VIX is spiking, right? That's a pretty significant one right there. When the VIX does this, and you can see at the historical times when the VIX is in a down wedge and you got volatility that's dropping out throughout the years, you're setting up for one of these, right? One of these big crashes, and that can happen. Trust me, that can happen. But we'll see, because the RSI is extremely overbought right now. It's not to say that they weren't overbought here, right? You can see they did get overbought, but we did have a clear breakout out of the wedge. It did get overbought here as well, clear breakout, but ultimately volatility came back down. Let's take a look here. August 2017. Was there any significant market pullback? I'm pretty sure there was. I believe that was August 2017. No, not really. It's just a random spike in the VIX. So overall, that's just the market's gone up. So maybe that's what's going on here. We're getting a 5% pullback in this market, 2% in the SPY, but 5% in the Nasdaq, I believe. Yeah, it's almost 6% at this point. And then the Russell 2000, obviously, you've had a tremendous move up. 13% from the lows, and now you're down. You're pulling back 4%. Right now, is the IWM going to hold? Right, I'm still holding my position, but I will stop out and take profits, and I will tell the members, you know, this is out. We got to get out. We got to take our gains and move on. But right now, I still see one more high to finish the divergence off, right, within the fifth wave, and then a bigger pullback in a wave 4. You should lose this whole fifth, come back, double bottom, and then make another high, right? But let's say that this is it. This is it. It's done. It's over. This market is toast, right? And we're gonna call it. You know, this is the time to go all in on the shorts, like in '08 when the Russell spiked. Then if that's the case, then sure, you know, we'll look for short opportunities. But I just don't think that we're there yet. Now we have to be cautious. We got to be careful of what's going on in all these markets, right? Because there's cause for concern now. It's serious. I'm serious. You know, I told people I will be getting short, you know, when the time is right. Are we there yet? No. Are we getting close? Yes, we're getting close. We're starting to see some cracks emerge in this market, but it doesn't mean all is lost. You know, this definitely can bounce back up, and we'll see how everything plays out for Trump and Biden, right? People are saying the market's going to run up into the elections, which is also what I'm thinking. Some people are saying we're going to get a pullback or a market crash before the elections, and that would actually set up really well for Trump, right? The market crashes, and then you know, Joe Biden's looking like the one that caused it, because he, you know, the market crashes while he's president, and then Trump comes in and saves the day, right? But we'll see. We will see. We'll be patient with it, because right now we are in the buy area for the SPY, the Dow Jones, and the IWM. The triple Qs have been invalidated, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get a bounce back eventually, like a relief rally, because we are getting really oversold right now. In, you know, on the shorter time frames, 4 hour, so it's getting there. It's getting there. You have cycle resets. That's what's going on, right? You're pulling back. You're resetting these cycles. They're over. Now you're pulling back. Wave 4. Is it a little bit too impulsive? Yeah, it could be another 1-2, which is even more bullish, but I don't think that's the case. All right, so I think I've talked about the markets enough. We'll cover individual names. I just want to talk about a few other things on the indicator side. So market cipher, weekly time frame. On the SPY, you're curling here. You're curling, right? Which means like you're gonna print a red dot soon on this S&P 500. The Nasdaq has confirmed a red dot. Now you've confirmed a red dot on the weekly time frame. Is this open the door for a significant amount of downside to come? It's possible. It's very possible, right? And I urge people to be careful, but not to just all in on shorts right now, right? Because I think we're going to get a bounce here, and then if it wants to go lower in a bigger 4, then sure. It wants to double correct and go down even more in a WXY, then that'll play nicely, and then we'll buy tech later. But we're playing for a bounce right now. We're looking for this bounce, and maybe it does a head and shoulders, and then like the bears get. You know, this is the bearish confirmation, and then we break, we go down, and then the bears get even more bearish, and they go all the margin up, they leverage up their shorts. It's gonna crash. It's starting, and then, you know, maybe we reverse out, right? We reverse out, and then they were wrong once again, and this thing takes off to the moon. So we'll see. You know, we'll be patient with it. I'm not, you know, in any shorts whatsoever at the moment, but I will get, when I get short, I will let you guys know inside the Discord. Okay, so let's take a look at a few other things here. So like I said, weekly time frame. This is cause for concern now. Weekly time frame has confirmed a red dot. The Russell though looks like it needs more upside. The Dow Jones also looks like it needs more upside, but again, these could be false breakouts. But we'll know soon enough. We will know soon enough. And let's see here. Some people are calling the IWM move a fake move. Trust me, there's nothing fake about a move. This move the gains are real, regardless, however do you want to label it, fake or not. The gains are real. This 14% move up is very much real. The shorts being squeezed are very much real. The losses experienced by the shorts are very much real as well. Or there's nothing fake about it. They could call it whatever they want, right? But again, I just don't get. I just don't get it. All right, let's move on. Let's take a look at oil. So another oil call that I think we nailed correctly was this short area here, and we are in the oil short. So again, if you were not just to say that like you need to be inside the Discord to get these trades. I said that most likely once we hit this area here, this target for the C leg, this is the sell area, and we hit it 2 times perfectly, and now we're starting to melt down in oil. We got a 1-2-1-2 setup. Very bearish for oil. So just get ready for more downside. That's my opinion. Get ready for some more downside. Okay. Wow, this one's a little bit extended there. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, excuse me. That's what I see. That's what I see for oil here, and I think we're going down much lower. Let's take a look at the commodities. So gold pulling back in a 4 here, a little bit deep, but you know, it's okay. I think it's getting a little bit oversold here. It's going to be due for a bounce at one point. Same thing for silver. Silver has invalidated the support area for the C leg, but it's still in the wave 2, so the wave 2 is still valid until you take out this low here at 28.58. So still bullish regardless. I'm still in my trade. Again, this was an ETF trade, not a futures trade or anything. So I'm okay holding that ETF, but we'll know more if we can reverse out of this area. The dollar getting this bounce here in this wave 2. Could it have finished already? I don't know. I don't think so. We hit the 200-day moving average, but we need to go. We might have to go a little bit higher. Again, I had labeled this a different way here. Let me see. I think we was on like the smaller time frames. I think I was calling this like an AB, right? I believe it was something like this. ABC. And the target area is up here at 104.7. So anywhere here is the sell area for the DXY. And these levels, they work, guys. They work very well, very well. Down here, right? 3-wave move. This is the buy area for DXY. Strong hands will buy here. Okay? Reverse out. Never got to the sell area. Never got to the sell area, but it was pretty darn close. We're 106. Okay, I guess we're 20 cents off. 20 cents off. So still not bad. But again, it never reached it. And now we should hit this area and then reverse hard. Same thing for the yields. You're in this 1-2 setup. Should be coming up at a 2 and then come back down. All right, let's cover some individual names. We'll take a look at the names here. Take a look at Apple. So Apple pulling back in this 4, still holding the buy area, still holding. Take a look at Amazon. So Amazon, very different chart now with this pullback. Now this is no longer a 5-wave move up. You got, to me, it looks like you could be doing a bigger correction. It could be much worse than we think. But for now, I got it as you could still make 5 waves. You could try to force 5 waves in a crash correction in a 1-2 setup. But if it wants to do another count, I have another one for you guys, and I'll let members know. But I'm in the trade. I'm on Amazon now. I'm chancing it to see if we can get a quick reversal with tech. And if it ends up being bigger, then that's great. Amazon's gonna rally much higher to new all-time highs. But if not, then the Amazon's gonna get a bigger and deeper correction, guys. Along with tech, that's why we got to be cautious now. You got to be careful. You got to be careful now. Now is the time for to be cautious. It's not the time to go all in. I am in trades, but I will stop out. Most people won't stop out. Most people will hold until it's too late. All right, let's take a look at a few other things. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. So NVIDIA still has not hit my buy area. NVIDIA needs to go lower in my opinion. So like I said in yesterday's video, I think this is your wave 4 here, ABC, and now you got one more leg coming down. Maybe a drop on Monday and reverse out. So we'll know then. But this a year, 113 is your dip buy area between 113 to 98. But what you need is one more leg down with that bullish divergence and you're good to go. And then probably a C leg, a retrace here on wave 4, and then divergence will be erased. And then one more high to finish up a fifth of a fifth of a fifth for the grand, like the big soup, the big cycle here, and then it'll be all she wrote, right? And that'll be it. All right, let's take a look at Tesla here. So Tesla also needs a little bit more downside. The dip buy area is down here at 227 to 218. So I'll be I'm waiting. I'm being patient and I'm going to wait for this level to hit before I get into any other positions on Tesla. Let's see. We got Roku. Roku should be pulling back as well. It's starting its pullback. Again, you need an A, B, and a C. So we'll give you guys a target once we have this the B wave. But regardless, wave 2s are usually pretty deep pullbacks. Let's see what else. So crypto was doing well today. Mara is performing well, and look at that. So I didn't check Mara for a couple of days, right? But look again. I posted. If you guys watch my previous videos, this was the sell area, 2634. Now Mara hit it. Mara hit the sell area. And it's pulling back. It's already down 5-6% from this level here. Could it have some more downside? It could. You gotta be careful with this, because if Bitcoin's not gonna continue to rally, then you're gonna see a lot more downside coming in these crypto mining stocks. I don't think I've done Riot here. Riot's kind of in that channel. CLSK. CLSK is probably doing a triangle of some sort, much more complicated correction, but the dip buy area is down here, and it hasn't really done that. It's just ranging right now. All right, let's talk about TLT. TLT 1-2 setup, 2 wave probably needs to go a little bit lower, right? I'm thinking probably 91.75. 91.75, and then we should reverse out of this pretty hard. Now, is this going to be on good news or bad news? We'll know pretty soon. Now, everyone, like, I expect it to be good news that the yields are dropping and Fed's cutting and all that stuff. But it could also be bad news, right? People piling into bonds because the market's crashing, right? And that's why I urge for caution, because the bonds are also set up. The bond yields are set up for a meltdown, and the bond market is set up for a skyrocket, right? They're inverse, but you got to be cautious because you don't know if it's going to be caused by good news or bad news. I'm betting on the good news, but it could also very well be bad news that causes this whole melt up in TLT, right? Like we're looking for a 1-2-1-2-1-2 setup, a 3 of 3 of 3. It's very bullish. It's very bullish for more upside. And then let's see here. What else we got? Let me take a look at my members. You probably asked me to take a look at a few stocks here. You still think shorts? So yeah, someone asked me, do I think it's the final attempt from the shorts? It could be. And I still, one down week, one down day does not depict the trend. It's multiple weeks. You can use market cipher with the hike and the sheet candles. You could see the trend is up. You got the EMA ribbons, the trend is up. It's going up. If the trend is going to reverse, we'll know it it'll start on the smaller time frames. Money flow will talk to you. You'll start to see a reduction in green money flow, right? You're already starting to see it on the 4-hour time frame. You're starting to see manipulation towards the downside. Last time we saw this was down here in April, right? And then the price pushed down, red money flow. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's pandemonium. And then preceded by a tremendous rally. All right. So, I mean, and also forgot to add wave edge. So let's talk about wave edge, right? I talk about wave edge a lot, about smart money selling into rallies and taking profits. But let's take a look at one day buy. All right, take a look at the Russell. Sorry, not the Russell, the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, let me get rid of these lines here. The NASDAQ, you could see smart money buying the dip. Continuation towards the upside. Just panic. Bad news week. Everything's bad that week. And then we rally 14%. And then we get a pullback. Get a pullback, get a drop, 8% drop in the NASDAQ. What follows suit? 22% rally. Now, pulling back. We're pulling back. Trump, oh my God, he's going to fuck everything up. He's going to change everything. He's raised tariffs, all this stuff, CrowdStrike, Microsoft, outage, everything's bad. Are we going to rally up? Or do we need a little bit more downside? We'll see. We'll know soon enough. Right? We will know. Just got to be patient. And then the market will tell you. If it's time to get out, then we'll get out. If it's time to get in, you know, I'm in. I'm in a small trade right now on the NASDAQ. And then the S&P is a similar situation. These other ones, you might have to go on the smaller time. You can go on the smaller time frames, right? 1 hour, you see them dip buying, right? Like crazy. I think the 12-minute or the 15-minute showed a big amount, right? They're just buying the dip, right? They're buying the dip. Smart money is just buying the dip here. Buying on the Russell, buying on the S&P, the NASDAQ, or like, I think it was like the triple Qs or something. I was looking at it. Yeah, no, it was the S&P, the SPY. Yeah, the SPY, they're just buying the shit out of it on the way down. So maybe this does reverse out, and we make one more high, maybe a nominal high, before it's all said and done, and then we get a really big, much bigger correction. Much bigger correction to correct this whole move, right? We come back down. We come back down to like 520 or something like that. So that's just my opinion. Okay. Let's see here. We got anything else to cover? GME and stuff like that, I'll do a separate video. I'll do a separate video for you guys. This needs to dip into August. Yeah, we are dipping into August right now, because people are saying August is the most bullish month. Again, I don't really focus on that, but we gotta pay attention to the VIX. We gotta be wary, right? That if this whole party is gonna come to an end, and it's been a good run. It's been a good run in the markets, but the party's over, right? Easy money's done, and it's gonna be pain, and it's gonna be traders market from here on out. But we're getting a pretty sharp correction, and to me, like from the downwards price action that we got versus the RSI reset and the VIX spike, I think that we should be okay, because I think there was a lot of panic for no reason. I mean, there's the bears are if it's the bearish case, you know, there's always a reason to. Or why is there, it's going down, right? It's because it is. It's because of that. But really, everything's still okay. Trump's not president yet, right? And people are betting that if Trump's in the House, he's going to screw everything up. So that's why people are shorting and betting on it now, because, I don't know. People thought it was good when he was going into office, the market would go up and ended up going down. So I don't know. It doesn't really matter. This is just news to me. I'd never listened to it. It's useless. I just followed the charts. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for tonight. Hopefully this helped you get a, you know, some peace of mind, but also to open your eyes of that this is we are set up for a more upside, but we're also getting set up right now for a big correction. And for just so you understand what I'm talking about for the IWM, this is either, you know, I will either stop out and take my profits, or we're going for the 260, 240 levels on the IWM. Because in 08, I think we did something similar. Let me just get over here. In 08, if you guys I don't know if you've seen this, but in '08, is this '08? Yeah, '08, '09, you saw a big rally, 27%. Holy crap! Holy moly! In the small caps, right? Overnight, you got a 6% rally, and then 27%, 20% in one day. And what happened after? Meltdown. But again, this is different different reasons why it was melting down. So we'll see. We shall see. But I think we're so that we should be okay to go higher. Let me take a look at the RSI on this. Gapped higher. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, have a good evening, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.